And here we go. We are live. Welcome to Skip Happens, everybody. My name is Skip Clark, and welcome to the Pod Zone. We got a great podcast for you tonight. As always, we have a lot of new and up-and-coming artists on, some well-established artists, and just about anybody that wants to be on. We let them on. But tonight's a little bit of an exception. These guys, I'm just gonna be right up front. I have never met these guys before. Never ever seen them before. So I was doing a little bit of prep, and I'm watching the videos on YouTube, and I'm like, why haven't I heard of these guys before? These guys are phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to say hi to South 62. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Skip?
Doing well. Hey, thank you for taking the time tonight to join us on Skip Happens. And I can't get enough of that name. I don't know why, but it's not about you. But I just love saying Skip Happens. And I got my mule kicker here in front of me as well. So we're good to go tonight. But first of all, why don't you guys introduce yourself? I know that's Jeff in the middle, but everybody else. Okay, we'll start.
I'm Jeff Lewis, lead singer.
Okay.
And I'm Rich Alcorn, guitar player.
Cool.
Anthony Brown, the keyboardist.
I'm Darren Payne. I am the drummer.
It's cool.
I'm Tom Hodges. I play the steel guitar and the mandolin and the dobro sometimes.
Sometimes. Dude.
Our bass player couldn't make it tonight. He had a prior obligation. But
Oh, wow. But that's cool. And the steel player, there's nothing better than a good steel. I'm just saying. And the dobro, dude, that's what makes it most of the time. You know, also just being together as a band. So there's a total of 6 of you in South 62. And I don't know if South 62, is that a real road? I know there's Route 62 that goes from El Paso all the way up to Niagara Falls.
It actually is that
The same one.
Is it? I have no idea. But okay, that's cool.
Runs right through our town.
It crosses the border of Pennsylvania and New York.
Yeah.
And we're in Pennsylvania, but the guys would come down from the Jamestown area, and they would cross over the border, and that's where we got the name South 62, because that's where they come down to record and stuff.
Wow, that's cool. So somebody tell me, where are you, and describe your surroundings a little bit.
Right where we're at right now.
Yeah.
I got an Amish guy that lives right now we're out in the middle of nowhere. I live in farmland, Sugar Grove actually, but we're kind of around the Warren, PA area, Jamestown, New York.
Yeah, Western.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Southwestern New York. Yeah.
Yep.
You're really not that far. We're in Syracuse. So if you just go up the thruway and then go south a little bit.
About a 5-hour drive.
No.
Yeah, that's not bad. You're close enough to come and do a show for us.
Oh, heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Anytime you want.
Oh, wait. He just said dinosaur barbecue.
Yeah.
That's good.
Do you know the dinosaur?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how about the garbage plates in Rochester?
Rochester. Oh my goodness.
Rich and I were in bands up in Rochester.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I lived up there for about a year.
Okay. Half my family is in Rochester.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And every once in a while, we take the ride up the thruway to catch a Rochester Red Wings game.
Oh, yeah.
So,
There you go.
Yep. We did that just this past weekend. Our Syracuse team was playing the Rochester team. So we made a little bit of a road trip. So it was cool. Let's talk about you guys, though. How did you all get together? I know, Jeff, you've been doing this for a little bit. Somebody just be the lead here and just tell me, how did you guys get together?
Yeah, well, Rich and I actually, we've played together for around 25 years, 27 years, right in that realm. And yeah, it is. It's a long time.
Hey.
Yeah.
We were really young.
Yeah.
12 years old.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago. Okay.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago. But I took a break from music for a little bit, and Anthony and Rich had a project going on, and with Norm Cady, they were working on some stuff, and I jumped back into it, and then it was the 3 of us for a little bit, and then when we decided it was time to get rolling again and get out playing music, the rest of the guys came along.
That's awesome.
God blessed us with piece by piece by piece. It just fell together.
Mhm.
Kind of perfect.
Do you all have just regular jobs, or is
Oh,
this
yeah,
what
Yeah,
you
we
do?
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
A lot of us have worked either professionally or semi-professionally in music like our whole lives, but always with a day job. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Well, you know, you got
I'm in the lumber industry, for instance. I work at a
Wow.
sawmill all day long. So yeah.
Don't say that too loud. With the price of lumber, somebody's going to be
Oh, yeah.
asking questions.
Hey, it's a good time to make
Yeah.
some money.
I know. You need to. I get it. Totally get it. And what else do you? Somebody else. What do you do? Rich? Yeah.
I work in public housing in our county.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
It is.
You never know what you're going to run into in a day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It might even make for some great songwriting.
It has.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely has.
You know, yeah. We look at our own lives and everything we go through as a human being. I mean, in the format that we're in, the genre of music, it's like a soundtrack to our lives. So
Yeah, the best songs are for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, absolutely. When you guys talk about professional, you've worked professional. Who are some of the people maybe you've worked with, or explain that to me a little bit?
Well, when I say professional, of course, I mean just making a living off of it. No, nobody that's really known. Anthony and I were in a project together that did have some, minor radio exposure on the adult contemporary charts. How long ago was that? Maybe 10 years ago or so, or yeah.
Oh, and it was the AC format, not the country.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
just regular AC format. And we've done some other rock and metal stuff together, things like that. But again, nobody you would recognize.
These guys, they've done some stuff.
Yeah, Rich and I, in the past, I mean, quite a while back, we were working with a promotion company, Delta Productions,
Okay.
and we were their opening act. So Rich and I got the opportunity. I mean, we played with Patty Loveless 3 days after she won Female Vocalist of the Year.
No kidding. How cool is that?
Played with Diamond Rio. We played with George Jones.
Yep.
Bless his soul.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was cool. We played with Trace Adkins, Toby Keith, Neil McCoy, Red.
So there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
we got to be their warmer upper. And
The warmer upper. I don't know if I've heard anybody say they were the warmer upper before.
yeah.
Maybe, but that's cool. That's cool. So what made you guys are all together and you're doing country?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I'm country through and through. Tom, bluegrass king. He loves it. Rich is.
I grew up with it.
Yeah, he grew up with it.
My first band was a bluegrass band.
Oh wow.
And then I heard my first Ozzy Osbourne song, and it kind of took me down a different road for a while.
No, but it's funny. It's funny that Rich, you say that because there are so many artists that we talk to on the podcast that it's country or they've taken an extreme right turn, and what they listen to when they're not listening to country would be somebody like Ozzy, some of the old hard Southern rock, even some of the new rock. It's amazing, that you get such an open mind when it comes to that.
Well, that's why I grew up listening to mainly bluegrass and country, but I mean, I had other influences in my immediate family. My dad was into Southern gospel music.
Oh, cool.
My mom was into the Beatles and stuff like that. So, I heard a lot of different things. So I was always, listen to a lot of different stuff. But the country and the bluegrass, it was in my blood.
Now, did I read something about you were on a couple of television shows before you were actually, I guess, a band together as a group?
Yeah, we were
and
on.
you kicked ass.
Yeah, we were on the Montel Williams Veteran Home Makeover.
Very cool.
Makeover show, and then lucky enough to be on the Mike Huckabee show. That was pretty.
No way.
Amazing. Yeah, that was our first television appearance of the Huckabee show. They didn't know until we were like getting ready to roll, and they're like, "You guys have done this before." We're like, "Nope." They're like, "What? No, what?"
No, but we're here. We're gonna do it. And what a great! Just think, and that was before you were officially a band, or no?
Well, we had recorded the album at that point already.
Uh-huh.
No, not at all.
Not for
That was the
Huckabee.
military makeover.
Yeah, military makeover.
Yeah,
we had.
at that point,
It
yeah.
was just a project Rich and Jeff and I did, and while we went and played that show, we're like, we really need to get a band, we do something with this,
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you've got a single coming out, or it's out?
It's out.
Yep,
Yeah.
Talk of the town.
Yep. Cool. I was listening to it just a little while ago. That phenomenal stuff.
Thank you.
So just you're finally hitting radio, and it's long overdue. Like I said, when we came on tonight, and anybody that's watching this, whether they're watching it live or maybe down the road, you definitely got to look these guys up, and you can see the website there on the screen. But and listen to their music, and it's very well. You got a very patriotic feel to a lot of it. I see that. You're in a studio. Where's the studio? Where is that? Obviously, is this in somebody's home?
No, this is a separate building. I have a house here.
Okay.
Acres, and we built the studio. It's about 2,000 square feet.
That's cool.
And I'm a recording engineer, and I produce a lot of stuff.
Oh, dude, I love that. That's a job I would love to have.
Yeah, it's kind of a bonus for it.
That's why we got him.
Yeah.
He promises he's going to get lessons.
Let me ask, is there one guy that takes the lead for the band, or do you all just kind of have an equal part?
Well, I mean, I think Anthony's like our technical master. I mean, there's no getting this project off the ground without our resident keyboardist and technical.
Right.
But,
But Jeff's handling a lot of the actual
yeah.
band.
Yeah.
He's the
stuff.
point. He's the point
Yeah.
man.
Everybody, I would say it's split up pretty good.
Mhm.
Darren always corrects my English. He's my spell checker when I'm in a phone
Goes out in public.
Tom keeps our schedule and keeps us all in check of where we have to be, where we have to be.
It's true.
Anthony's producing and cutting stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I
Everybody's
still-
got their own little thing. I like that. And maybe people don't realize it, but that's what makes a group work. Everybody has their own little thing, and everybody brings it together to be one. Everybody's got, somebody's taking care of the scheduling, somebody's taking care of the audio end of it, somebody else is doing whatever. They're just bringing it all together, though. Really makes it work for you. So.
Right.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Now-
Jeff brought the pizza and wings.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you should have just popped. I mean, podcast, we do anything. As you can see, I have a mule kicker. My wife dropped it off to me just before we went out, and she said, honey, you might need this tonight. So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad, but I said, all right, yeah, I got it. But so where, if you guys been to Nashville, how often do you get to Nashville if you go, or do you go as a group? What's the deal with that, Jeff?
Not allowed to travel.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an unusual year for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the only time I've gone to Nashville is Anthony and I went a number of times with that AC project I was talking about. We did all our mastering down there,
Right.
Mixing and stuff like that. So, but
I'll be staying the night there next Friday. On my way to Florida.
on your way to Florida, all right.
I just got the layover.
Yeah.
It's going to be a BNA for a night at the Nashville airport. So,
Yeah.
but it's, and I'm really surprised they haven't been there more. Like I said, the sound and all that, it's coming together. It kind of reminds me of, I can't think of the name of it right now. Shoot. My mind just went blank. I just had one of those moments, an old man moment. And that happens every once in a while. Every once in a while was the name of one of their songs. So what am I thinking of?
Oh, perfect.
Oh, Black Hawk.
Black Hawk. Thank you. And I could feel with your singing a little bit of Black Hawk. That I don't know if anybody's ever told you that before, but I could hear a little bit of that, and it is so good, good. So,
Thank you. That's
yeah.
a huge compliment. I'll take that one all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I think, in my opinion, from being a radio guy and playing a lot of the new country you want to be your own person too. You want to be your own band. You don't want to really sound like anybody else. You got to have that unique sound, and you've got that as well. So
Thank you. That's important to us. Yeah.
We have a lot of.
We've worked hard to try to be different because it's.
Now, you're all right there in Pennsylvania. How often do you get to? Well, let me back up a little bit. Let's talk about the pandemic. I guess you probably haven't been able to do too much. How did that affect what you guys do or did?
A lot, to be honest, because we just finished the album. I think I finished mixing it and mastering I believe it was the 12th of March last year, right when it hit.
Oh my Lord. Yeah.
It stopped everything.
We put the brakes on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
good.
That year, even though we weren't able to play, which is, most of us have done all our lives.
Mhm.
One thing we did do during that time is we shot all these videos.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We spent a lot of time in different locations going into the fall,
Yeah.
the summer, the fall.
Started to rehearse.
And then we just started releasing them once every month. And that's how we spent our year. And
We'll have a bunch more coming out too here soon.
Yeah.
See, even though then, would you say that the pandemic, yes, it kind of put a halt on things, but you were also able to get a lot done that you probably would not have been able to because of the pandemic.
Right. Yeah,
Kinda
we
gave
wouldn't
us
have done all
time.
those videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They take a lot of time.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, chasing this dream is tough. It's time consuming. I mean, it's crazy. We have what is that, our fourth time in 5 days being together, and without our away from our families. Thank God we all have understanding wives.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to ask about that. If you have families, I mean, obviously you're not, like real young, but you're not. But you're not real old. So, but this has always been a dream of yours to get together and play and put out the music. It's like me as a radio guy. I'm in my 60s, and here I am doing this. So this is what keeps us young. So I'm just saying, and my dream is always to get better. It doesn't matter how old I get. Doesn't matter what I do. I just keep trying to work at it and work on my craft. And
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you guys? What's that?
I was gonna say, Jeff and I talked about it a few times, and if this had happened to us when we were younger, we'd probably both be dead by now.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Oh man, I can relate to a lot of that. Do you who handles all your social media and all that?
I pretty much handle that after I'm spell checked, of course. I do a lot of talk. I talk to the text, so it doesn't always put everything in properly.
Doesn't translate well.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is he saying?
Not knowing what a calculator was. He didn't even know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But he's grown.
I've come a long way. I tweeted for the first time a couple weeks ago. Never done that.
That sounds pretty personal to me. I don't know. But yeah, what about TikTok?
Somebody
Oh,
mentioned
I haven't done
that.
that.
I have the app now. I have the app for us. We are
Okay.
set up on TikTok, and "Talk to the Town" is a TikTok song.
Love it.
That's on there. I just my kid's trying to show me how to put the video onto the TikTok.
You gotta love our kids. You gotta love our kids. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, come here, Zach. I need some help with this. That's how it is in my house. My son Zach. So it's like, yeah, dude, you got to help Dad here a minute. I don't know how to do this, but it's like, Dad, it's so simple, and it's done. I said, okay, that's great. So you put out a whole album. You've got a whole album coming out, or what's the deal?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's ready to go now. We kind of waited until we knew we could actually
Go out and support.
go out and
Right.
play it.
Yeah.
And that was going to be my next question. Are you able to get out?
Starting June 27th will be our first show.
Is that there at home or whereabouts?
Franklin, PA?
Yeah,
Franklin.
About an hour and a half drive from here.
Yeah.
It's down by Interstate 80, across PA.
Far western PA.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then we've got a 3rd of July and
For our hometown.
yeah.
Yep.
A couple others coming up. But
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like a 4th of July celebration being on the 3rd.
Right.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And what about your songwriting? Who has kind of leads that?
Rich writes the majority of the stuff.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
far, I guess I've written a lot of them. Anthony and I collaborated on a couple. Like I had some music that I didn't have lyrics for yet, and he finished those up. And then there was one other one we kind of worked together on the lyrics that I already had music for, and he embellishes the music here and there too. If we it's kind of just pulling it together for a song.
Mm-hmm.
And
Writes
then
probably 2/3. You write about 2/3.
Oh, yeah.
then Anthony has a couple on the album too.
I have a few words here and there that I changed.
What about
I never get Rich's permission either. He'll always go, did I write it like that? And I go, no, it's just It's just how it comes out.
It'll
bud.
totally change the meaning of what I was trying to say. But I guess
But-
that's cool.
I guess that doesn't matter if the song goes on to be a hit. If it works, it
Oh,
works.
yeah, whatever
It's
it
like,
takes.
all right, it wasn't meant to be like that, but we'll take it.
That's right.
Absolutely. So you got a song working the radio now. And like I say, you've been doing this a little bit. This is going to last for, I don't know, hopefully for a while. You got other ones coming off that album, I would presume.
Oh yeah. Our next streaming song will be coming out right the tail end of June, right around the 4th, probably in that week block.
Very cool.
That's,
And
You can play it on your radio station.
oh well, the chances are it will be. It just we'll get to it.
And when we have a second radio release planned after that too.
Yep.
So yeah, there'll be a few.
The game you play, is it good enough to go to radio? Is it not?
Well, you know what a lot of radio stations do? They do. I know I used to do what they called pick it or skip it, where I would take two new songs, and put them up against each other, and I'd let the listeners decide. Do we pick it? Do we play it more? Or do we skip it? So.
Yeah, we had something similar to that just last week. Basically, they put us up against 5 different songs every day, one song.
Yep.
And we made it through all 5.
That's awesome.
Now we're in full rotation.
It's stressful.
All of you are on the phone calling. Hey, it's Jack. Yeah, that's a great song. No,
Yeah.
That was over in Iowa.
Yeah.
Oh, it was in Iowa? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And here you are in Pennsylvania, and your music's getting played, in the Midwest. So that's pretty awesome. So hopefully pretty soon it's all over the country. And what you ought to do is jump in the truck and do a little bit of a radio tour. Well, you can now, especially you're in Pennsylvania. You're not that far from like Hornell, Liberty. Well, Liberty's a drive for you, but Hornell and some of those other places, New York. Come on up and do the throughway run. You can hit Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Albany.
And
go
go
up
5 to 7 hours. We got.
We have a lot.
major
Pittsburgh,
areas.
Cleveland, they're all within 2.
Dude, that's awesome.
2 hours. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. What and anybody can speak up here. What advice would you give somebody that's trying to do what you guys are doing?
Personally, I think, the most obvious thing is just perseverance. Is the big thing. To stick with. If you want to do it, stick with it. Because we've been with it our whole lives. Yeah. And like we've said before, many of us have played together time after time. You just don't give up on it,
Yeah, that's something I've learned too is, if you're a band, I'll say, is having a very cohesive band, all on the same page. We're all of us get along so great. We're just all laid back.
Right.
Same mindset. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because you get one bad egg, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It turns into
Oh yeah.
But and you got to have thick skin. Because regardless, this is an opinion-based industry.
Bam. Absolutely.
Some are going to like you and some aren't going to like you, and you got to be able to just shed the ones that don't like you off and remember why you're doing it, because you love doing it, and not to hear that opinion. It's
But in the same token, we try to be ourselves and not be like the others, because there's so many out there. We have to be different.
And that goes with what I was saying a little while ago. You're doing your own thing. You've got to be your own band. You got to have your own sound. You got to have all that. Just do it your own way. Be different. There's nothing wrong with being different, I don't think. So, and I hear a lot of music every day, all day. Nothing wrong with being a little bit different. Any big festivals coming up or anything like that you're going to be playing at? Just what you mentioned a few minutes ago.
August 14th, going to be in Frewsburg, New York. That's an all-day music festival. We've got some pretty cool artists coming up to join us. So that'll be a pretty big one.
Cool. Whereabouts is that?
Oh,
it's on Route 62.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. That tells me a lot.
It's around Jamestown, New York. Yeah.
If it's not Route 81 or Route 690 or Route 90, forget it all.
86, Interstate 86. Right?
You remember Shane Conley? You a Buffalo Bills fan?
Yeah.
All right, Shane Conley. It's his hometown.
Really? Okay.
Right.
All right. And are you guys Bills fans?
Oh,
yeah.
this guy is. Go Bills all the way.
Yeah, no, that's good. Good or bad, right? You're with them.
Yeah.
Steelers fan.
Steelers,
yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, do you guys get together and watch games? No. It probably wouldn't be good, would it? Well, we're a big baseball family, so
Oh yeah.
we're big into baseball. Of course, we're the Mets here in Syracuse. We're the AAA, and then it's easy to get to New York and go to Citi Field. But when it comes to the Bills, we watch the Bills. Not so much the Jets or the Giants. Forget that. But
what about you mentioned hockey. Who's your hockey team? Davers?
Tampa.
I know it's hard to say out loud, isn't it?
Tampa.
You don't have to answer that.
We because we have an AHL team here in town, and I believe so. We follow the Tampa Bay Lightning a little bit. So and our players go up and down, and of course, with the pandemic, we had basketball going the same time hockey was going, the same time football was going, everything, high school football now in the spring and all that. It's like we had a little bit of everything. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but it's good. It's good. So what's that?
I was just down at a Penguins game.
Oh,
First
fun.
game of the series, they lost it that day, but it's weird. There's nobody in the stands. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
It must be like 15-20% capacity maybe,
and you got to have that noise. You got to have that the crowd. You got to have that feel of if you're just sitting there, it's like
yeah, I know.
I think everybody's planning to come out for country music. That's why they're staying home.
They are.
Yeah.
You know what, when you guys get out there and you get on that big stage, it's going to be wild, because I've already seen a little bit of it, but now that we're opening up, the crowds, people are just looking for a chance to get out and have a good time.
That's right.
And you're going to have the time of your life, because if they get into it, I know you guys as a band, or most bands, they get into it, and it's it's pretty awesome.
Machine. Yeah, that just gets it going. Man.
Right. And how do you play off your crowds pretty good?
We think so.
Yeah.
How would you describe you guys on stage? What kind of show do you put on?
That's a good question.
Yeah. That is a great question. I'm stuck behind a keyboard. I should be a guitarist. I'd be running all over.
Well, I told him to get a keytar.
I'm not getting a keytar.
Why wouldn't you get a keytar?
Oh, come on.
They're not country. I'll say that.
Well, I know, but what do you call country nowadays? I know you guys are doing country.
Yeah.
You can still, because let's think about this as we talk to South 62, if you're just joining us. You have a steel guitar player. Nowadays, you see a steel with a brass section. You never know. You see a full band. It's amazing, the instruments and the people that they've put together and the sound that they can put out, even with a keytar.
That's true. I have to think about it, Anthony.
Oh, I tell you what, I'll buy it if you.
You guys are gonna hate me. See, the whole idea of doing it like this is so you'll never forget me. That's all. Yeah, that was the guy that kept teasing me about the guitar. So. Yeah, but seriously, how would you describe one of your shows? Is it pretty wild up on stage? Do you guys really get into it? I know, being stuck behind a keyboard is, you can only do so much unless you have a keyboard.
Behind the keyboard,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
We haven't had big chances as this group to play a lot of big shows. They've been smaller TV appearances, that kind of thing. But some of us have worked together so long, we do get to predict how we're going to be on stage, and we all kind of are. I think the theme we've always carried is a big show, big stage, big lights, big sound.
We were in a foreigner tribute band, the three of us, right?
Wow.
So yeah, we love playing. I mean, we always had a great following, and excited to go.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. With the other experience in doing something a little bit different and being in other bands, and here you go, you're talking about a foreigner tribute band, but now you're doing country. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy good though. And I love Foreigner. I was always a big fan of Foreigner, Cold as Ice and Jukebox Hero and I can go on and on, all the good stuff. You know,
Yeah.
definitely. Do you guys do any wild stuff like that just for fun when you guys perform? Or is it strictly very
we threw a
country?
Cinderella song in.
Cinderella cover.
Yeah, it's real southern sounding. Heartbreak Station we're doing live. But
So they'll be
Oh, I love
surprised.
yeah, they'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to keep it fun, keep the music fun,
Yeah.
keep it familiar, whether it's country or not. If it's a familiar song that everybody loves, what's it hurt playing it?
Yeah.
We make it ourselves.
Yeah,
Whatever it is.
We put our twist on it and let it rip and have fun with it.
Where do you guys hope to be in 5 years? Let's say 10 years.
Album number 2.
I don't want
Three.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
I was going to say on our 4th album.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I like it. Rich is prolific.
Yeah.
And a couple of number ones under your belt. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
And being invited to come out on some of the big tours. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think if we were all making a living, all 6 of us doing the same thing, that would be an amazing accomplishment within 5 years. You know,
Yeah, but that's hard to do.
it's very hard to do.
You all got families. I'm sure, you know,
Yeah.
you've got other responsibilities. And like I said, we're no spring chicken anymore. So it's, you know, we all have other responsibilities. So, but if you can make it work, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Bring the family on the bus with you. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
And to lead my case a little, I'm only 45, just so all this spring chicken and stuff.
I was waiting for you to say that
Okay.
or something like that. Going, dude, we're not old. Damn it, we're not old. Nobody's saying you're old. I totally get it. I got you beat by a whole lot of years. So, and I don't know how I'm still doing this, but I am. And like I said before, it's something I love and it's my passion. So,
So we're glad you are.
Yeah.
Because there you are.
absolutely. No,
Because Skip happens.
It does.
exactly right. Skip happens. Yeah, it does. All right.
It happens. I mean, what's going to be? Yeah. What do we got? I don't know.
We got nothing.
No, we got nothing. All right. We'll think about it.
If we have somebody that's listening, somebody that's watching, and what will they find if they go to the website south62band.com?
Oh, a little bit of the history of the group. Each individual guys, you know, own kind of bio and you know their life story and
We have
links to music and
the
pictures.
YouTube videos.
Our videos
Yeah,
are
it's the
posted
documentary stuff. What we did a documentary. Just
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, who we are. But then we were putting a documentary out. We did one for each song on the album, so people know what the song was about and kind of the whole process of what we're going through when we were recording that song. So it was kind of, I mean, we have like 5 of those.
Yeah.
We have about 5.
See, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? Because that is phenomenal to be able to. Good job. That is a great idea. How often do you watch a video? You really don't know the background. You don't know these guys. You guys are just coming on to the scene. You've been around a little bit, don't get me wrong, but now you're finally getting out there a little bit more.
Right.
We want to know more about you. And I was going to ask about the documentaries. And I thought that was a great thing that you did. That's a great idea. Great idea.
Again, one of those things we did over the pandemic.
Yeah, it
year,
was all
right?
pandemic time.
Likely wouldn't have been done.
Yeah,
Like we were
exactly.
still kind of doing something, even though we weren't
Right.
able to
Right.
do music
Right.
part.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody wearing their mask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All those are available. All those links on our website, YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, there you go. And you'll find it if you go right to the website. Just go all the way to the bottom of the page, right? It's down low, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Gotta
say yes.
scroll down.
I saw it.
Yeah, we could use a little help on Spotify as well.
Now, how often do you watch your numbers? Do you check them every day on Spotify?
5 times a day. I'm terrible.
We let him check, and he gives us updates.
Yeah, we get an update anytime. Something.
Oh, yeah. Screenshot coming in.
What a good feeling is it, though, when you see those numbers going up, and I know they're going up. So that's got to be a great feeling.
It's a great feeling.
95. It's beyond humbling and it's unbelievable. And you pretty much say the same thing to everybody when they ask, but this is something that you always dream about and wish for, but you never actually really think that you can get your hands on it at all. And now we are having some success. Today the Music Row charts came out. We are up to number 95.
I saw that. I checked it
today.
Climbed
a long ways. We were at 240, and we've come a long ways, and it's just unbelievable.
Once you hit, and I know this is going to happen probably pretty quick. Once you hit 80, then you really start moving.
Yeah, that's what I.
Seriously, 80 is like the magic number.
Is it? No?
Yeah, because that's what's published.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And they've already mentioned, I get Grassroots that calls me all the time. And I love them. Good choice, by the way, working with Grassroots.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They are amazing. And I'll tell you, and I've told a lot of other artists this that work through them, with Nancy and the gang. When you work with Grassroots, you're working with people that know what you're doing. You're working with people that they have a music background. They're not just somebody out representing you saying, hey, I'm going to push your music to radio. They know. Nancy Tunick is awesome. And just, I know she just had a death in the family, but Scott. And I remember him with Hometown News back in the day. Just a great guy, but they've got that music background. They know what they need to do. They know how to work with you. They know how to just make everything come together. So it's a good choice. And from a radio perspective, somebody like myself that has to, determine what I'm going to play from week to week to week, I got to tell you, Grassroots, they have great artists, and being on that roster of their artist puts you up here. So it's a good choice, my friend. I'm not just saying that. I'm telling you from somebody that's got to sit in my chair all day and determine and make decisions as to what I'm going to play and what I'm not going to play. When I talk to the people at Grassroots, I love it. Whether it's RJ, whether it's Nancy, whether it's whoever, I get, Jamie that puts all these together. It's just pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Jamie's awesome. She works her little fanny off.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah, she piles it right on us. We're like,
Yep. No, she does. And like I said, that whole team is wonderful. So you've got a good team behind you in respect to that.
Yeah.
Cool. So here we are. Yeah. So what does the family think about you guys doing what you do?
Oh, so my family personally, my 5-year-old daughter, she every day she'll be like, Daddy, I heard you on the radio. Or,
oh man.
And she keeps going, Daddy, go. I want you to be a famous singer.
But take me with you.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah. All my kids. I have 6 kids. And they are
what?
Yeah. I know.
You've been busy.
I know I don't look
no wonder
I have that many kids, but I have 6 kids. They're 3 boys, 3 girls, and they're
wow.
They have our back. My parents, I mean, just my whole extended family on my end of things has it. And
that's pretty awesome, dude. That's pretty awesome.
I have
how about
7 kids?
Let's go. And he's got 8. He's got 9.
If you know how it is when you don't have a lot of money, there isn't a whole lot to do. So
well, that's what happens. Skip happens. Yeah, and that's a whole nother podcast. But anyways, yeah. No, that's good. Congrats on that too. It sounds like you have a wonderful family and a very backing family. And it sounds like you all just everything is right where you want it to be, more or less. So
and you have to have that big support group to do what we do. And and just like Jeff said, it extends. I mean, my wife is a musician as well, and I have 3 kids, and they say I have a 5-year-old as well that sits there and watches videos with me while I'm studying my country music for studio sessions and stuff like that. But I mean, it extends to the in-law families, to the parents, in order to be able to get through all this. Somebody's watching the kids, somebody's helping out on a night when you got to be away. So it's we can't do it without our family.
So you said your wife is a musician. What does she play, or what does she do?
Well, she's a keyboardist as well, and in fact, that's how we met. She's a heck of a good songwriter.
Sweet.
And she she allowed me to produce a song of hers once,
Yeah.
and we got together. Actually, it was in Anthony's studio. Anthony and I were friends, and we got together. She let me produce one of her songs, and the rest is history, as they say. But
That's cool.
yeah. Oh, you didn't know that story?
yeah.
Oh, well, that's yeah. Well, she's a great keyboardist in her own right, and a good songwriter, and we've even written together too, the two of us. So
That's excellent, man.
Yeah.
It makes it easier too, because they understand
they understand a little bit,
a little bit about it.
a little bit about it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's exciting for them too. They get a lot of excitement out of what's going on for us too,
Mhm.
especially the kids.
It's
They
like,
love
that's my dad.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool.
Videos and
Oh, yeah.
radio and all that.
They know all the words by heart.
Yeah.
And sing right along. Yeah.
They're kind
Oh,
of
that's
with
wonderful.
us.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
without the support of the wife and kids, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
That is true. It's the backbone, so to
Yeah.
speak. How hard is it to play a steel?
I'm still learning.
Really, I'm fascinated by the steel guitar. I
There's
always
a lot
have
of
been. I love seeing it, and I love hearing it.
Where there's levers and buttons and knobs
Crazy.
all over the place.
I look at that thing, I get confused.
Yeah, exactly. But once you get it down, it's probably like riding a bike, correct?
Not
No?
yet.
Okay, never mind.
You kind of took it up out of necessity too, right? Because I mean, the world needs steel players, right? So
Yeah, I'm in a country band, so one of my buddies had a steel that his dad used to have, and I'm in a country band, so we have to have a steel guitar.
yeah, we do.
No option.
No option.
Well, that's the way I look at it, but we know there's a lot of them that don't.
Right.
But I do agree with you. If there's no steel, there's that element that's missing.
Twang.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard your first steel part on one of our recorded songs. I came in to listen, and it was just like, oh, what is that? It makes it so nice. That's good stuff.
It's that sound. It's so sweet.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So good. So good. You guys have been awesome. And, we're going on just about 45 minutes here. But you guys, it's great to get to know you a little bit, and so very talented. And I just look forward to hearing so much more from South 62. I like the name. I think that's cool. And it was right there in front of you the whole time. Call it South 62.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it is that Route 62, right? You said that goes from El Paso up to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
every one of us travels that road either to come here or to go home.
Almost every day.
I came up North 62 and I'll be heading home on South 62. That's how it works.
How do you guys live?
Opposite.
Do you guys live fairly close to each other?
For most of our lives, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you moved a little further.
I moved a little further away, so Brad and I live in the same area in Franklin, Oil City, Pennsylvania area.
Yep.
And, but
Most of us are within about a half hour.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Darren and Brad are a little further.
That's cool. Well, I look forward to hearing a lot of music from you guys in the future. And I know you got the single working radio now, and it'll be heard here in Central New York. I can promise you that. And hopefully we can get you out if you decide to take a little bit of a road trip, visit some radio stations that you look us up. And if we have to, we'll bring you into the pod zone here. It's a big table. And
You can count on it. Yeah.
and here's the deal. When you come to the pod zone, I guarantee you'll have pizza, you'll have wings, and you'll have beer. So that's what works. That's the way it is.
There, just go ahead and schedule it.
So what are you doing next Tuesday?
I guess I'm interviewing South 62 in my pod zone. But we'd love to have you come through. We'd put you up on the stage and get you some new listeners too. So some new fans. And we always look at it as one fan at a time, and it grows.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me ask. I got a question. I've had a lot of questions, but I have another question. Is there something I should have asked you guys that I didn't ask? Is something you want to get out? There's silence. I don't know.
we're the type we need to be prompted, I mean, I don't know that I don't know. I don't think.
No, you guys, I guess, are good. I love it.
You didn't ask us if we had any sponsors.
Do you have any sponsors? Are you looking for sponsors?
Vendor, anything.
Does somebody want to back them up? Maybe a boot company, maybe a guitar company. We need some keyboards. We'll put your name on the keyboard.
We need someone to send him a guitar.
He's going to be so pissed if one shows up.
We are going to make him play it. If it shows up.
And you, yeah, and you let me know if that happens because we'll go live with the podcast again. I want to see that. Why, seriously though, why wouldn't you want to play a guitar?
Because it reminds me of the pop stuff out of the 80s, man.
I get you.
Pop stuff,
Yeah.
you know, where they had hair sticking straight up and
Accordion?
but I can't use my left hand either. I mean, you can like this, but that's just no.
Yeah, okay.
No. I mean,
But you got the
no, it's a wheel. I can't. I have to do the pitch.
Yeah.
bend for me is side to side. I play rolling, so I can't do the.
You'll learn it.
No.
You'll learn it.
I need 2 hands.
Hey, Tom's learning steel.
Yeah,
you can learn
how to
guitar.
use guitar.
They're not going to stop.
That's true.
I love it. Guys, you've been great. Thanks for all the great information. And hopefully we get you some fans, some more fans, and more fans on top of that. And thanks for joining us here on Skip Happens tonight. You guys are a great bunch of guys. And I mean it. You let me know if you're coming through on a radio tour or even making a trip up in central New York, towards central New York. I'd love to come out and see you guys play too. So I'll follow you online and
Awesome. Perfect.
and definitely I'll come up and introduce myself and we'd have a great conversation. So it's cool. It's pretty awesome, guys. Thanks for joining me here tonight on Skip Happens. And it's South 62, everybody. Right there's the website, south62band.com. Check them out, download their music, and call your local radio station and say, hey, we want to hear these guys. And do it.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks
so
Skip.
much.
You're
Thanks for
awesome.
having us.
Thank you.
It's pretty awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. Stay right there when I click off.